Welcome everyone. We will be playing some variant chess with International Master opperwezen on the very interesting variance chess site vchess.club. Easy to remember, V for variant. Variantchess.club. Um, so you can set up an account. You have to quickly verify it in your email and um, and uh, and log in, and there are 36 variants of chess you can play. Some of them you can play on other sites, such as Chess 960 or Crazy House. For those, you can just play them on Lichess. Some of them you can play on quite obscure sites, like Recycle Chess. There's some obscure site where you can play Recycle Chess. Um, Grand, you can play on pychess.org. Hidden, you can play on damcache.herokuapp.com. Losers Chess, of course, is just anti-chess on Lichess. However, the majority of these 36 variants of chess can't really be played anywhere else. So this is quite a great website. So Lichess is great for the main variants. pychess.org is great for the variants with fairy pieces, with knights and bishops combined in a piece, and bishops and rooks combined in a piece. But this is very good for rifle. Okay, so Oppo is challenging me to a game of rifle chess, and I'm hearing an interesting sound in the background. Um, so so let's see what this is going to be about. Um, so I'm first going to have to look at the rules. So I play rules, and I hope I don't lose my original page. I don't. That's good. So let's look at the rules of rifle chess. This is a game actually I've never seen before. Everything the same as in orthodox chess, except that after capturing a piece, the attacker stays still. Oh, I see. So after g6, after b6, sorry, queen takes f7 check, g6, queen takes g6, checkmate. So in all the captures, the queen just basically flicks the piece off the board without moving. Okay, so that's a very small difference from chess. So, for example, if I played h6, the queen can just flop off this pawn without actually taking it off the board. Interesting. So if I just did this, so it means you actually have to move pieces. You can't take and move in one move. That's the kind of interesting situation. You cannot take and move in one move. Yeah. So for example, if I just go bishop here, he can just take it and he stays still. Interesting. So the queen is very powerful because you can just flip off pieces in any direction. Okay, let's do this. So he could flick off my d7 pawn, but I've got king f8, king c8 rather, to get some cover. Um, hmm. He can flick off anything he likes. He can flick off this pawn. He can flick off this pawn. Without jeopardizing himself. And I can castle as well, as long as I'm not in check. So, just to see, is everything looking okay? Yes, apart from me checking whether it's looking okay. There we go. Okay, so he does throw in the check, and he does this, and let's just do this. Throws in another check. Fine. His dark squared bishop is going to be the key to any mating attack. So actually, getting pieces in position is really important. Ooh, I'm just seeing here. Was there something? Okay, so let me just see if I can respond to this or not. Okay. Can't respond here. But anyway, I read it. There's no way of chatting. Okay, is it my move? It is my move. I'm in check again. I move my king again. Ooh, I just had an idea. Yeah, he can't just move his he can't zigzag his queen in, because here I could take it. So this, and he wants to move his bishop. Of course he does. And I do this. So it's very important to have pieces in position. So he can always. So he was threatening, of course, bishop to g5. Now he's threatening to flick off my bishop, which of course is a dangerous piece. He's threatening to flick off this pawn, and so on. So what to do? What to do? What to do? What to do? I could back off. I could go there. He just takes it. So there's no taking back in that sense. Here he just flicks it off. If I just back off, so you have to really control squares. So I'm just going to back off. Now the problem with backing off means I'm uncontrolling these squares. So, but what else could I have done? I could have put the bishop here, but then he could. Ah, I could have put the bishop here. It's not so easy to chase that bishop away. Maybe. He never really wants to flick off this pawn, so the problem is I'm slightly weak along this file now, whereas before I wasn't. I could get my queen out next, to here for example. Takes time to deliver checkmate. Okay, so he does this. Well, it is interesting. Go here, I guess. So he hits my queen. I could just move it, then he could keep on hitting it. So where can it move? It can move almost anywhere. If I go queen here, that's sort of annoying, but he does have knight coming out to attack it, so that doesn't quite work. If I go queen here, he's got pawn, so if I back off, back off is fine. So you can take a whole darn rook, just clean off the board like that, which is slightly annoying. And all I have is a check. No real follow-up. Go knight here, takes off the board. You're trying to think, how do I mate? You have to mate. You can't capture and move at the same time. That's the key thing to remember about this variant. So although that's a huge advantage sometimes, it means you can, from a distance, it's called rifle, because you rifle off a lot of pieces from a distance. It also slows you down, because you can't get in there with the capture and take all in one go. So controlling squares is really important. So he's just going to take my... Okay, I'll just do this, give him a check. Well, the aggressive thing to do is knight to c4. Is it wise? Let's go for it. Was that wise or not? Don't know. Do this. Now I need to calculate. Yeah, he goes back there. That's interesting. He goes here, so he wants to take this next move. So do this. Ah, yes, no, he keeps this. He keeps this. Takes and goes back. Yes. Okay, that doesn't really. That doesn't do me what I want. So he's taking this bishop next move. It's rather frustrating. Ah, I'm not getting what I want. I'm not getting what I want at all. Huh. Okay, if ever I go to a dark square, I'm in jeopardy. If I go to a light square, I think he has enough. Basically, he's got the diagonal, so I think I'm finished. I think I'm toast. If I go here, he's then got the bishop to attack me. It's a shame. If I go here, the bishop attacks me. So nothing going. Ah, this is really annoying. If I go up, still the bishop attacks me. Ah, I'm just losing all my pieces, regardless of anything. So you can just come in on a zigzag. Queen there. So I'm trying to avoid that, and then it takes the rook. At which point he's threatening everything, but he hasn't quite got mate, that's all. Ah, and there's his mate. Very nicely done. If I block, he takes. If I go here, he takes. With checkmate. Okay, let's go again. Draw, abort, resign. Let's do another one. Oh, I'm told that's not checkmate. Oh, oops. Wow, what? I was just like, okay, that's it, it's all over. And then it's like, that's not checkmate. Oh my goodness. Um, huh, that is crazy. So if I take this, he takes my queen. If I take this, he takes my queen. If I go bishop there, he just takes my bishop. If he goes here, check. There's no point taking that. I lose my queen. That's terrible. Yeah, I just saw a message on vchess. I just see the beginning of a message from vchess saying, must checkmate from a distance. Okay, that's really crazy, but let's throw in a check. Because suddenly this game is going to be... If I hadn't moved that queen, knight here, check, takes, bishop takes queen, even queen takes, the queen stays there and takes the queen next go. So that's quite crazy. Whereas this check is a nice response because now I win his knight. So I'd just given up the ghost of the game one, was just resigning, saying let's play another one, and suddenly it feels like I'm winning. So I don't know what's happened here. Oof, not fair. It's just not fair, this game. I'll just have a look at what the message said. Wasn't checkmate, take the queen. Sorry, I didn't see the Twitch chat. Do I have... Oh yes, I've got Twitch chat, I forgot. I have Twitch chats here. Let's see... Yeah, no one in the Twitch chat just yet. Must checkmate from a distance, otherwise king takes. Oh, wow. Okay. So, that's the situation. Um, yes, so now the site developer made it so if what happened to Opera just now is uh, it didn't register my move on his side, so he needed to refresh. Okay, check. Now check is threatening mate, meaning if you don't move the king, it gets taken. So I need to move the king. I could maybe keep it central, but then I'd have to be worried about rooks. So be very worried about rooks. Maybe just back off. Rooks can still be dangerous pieces here. So what's the situation? It's 2 rooks and a bishop for my queen. So but the queen is an active piece, so it's going to be tough. So I can't take the rook, but I can take the bishop. Poor Oppa this game. He had me mated. It's a tricky rule. You have to checkmate from a distance somehow. How do you checkmate from a distance? I guess, for example, 2 rooks on the 7th and 8th ranks. Those sorts of mates. That new game sound is something. Maybe no sound on it when game starts. We don't need that. Okay. So rifle chess, 15 plus 5. This is okay. Maybe go. So it's very important to control squares. That's the whole point of this game. Controlling squares incredibly important. Keeping this file shut also incredibly important. Giving the king some kind of luft with knight d6 incredibly important. So yes, I don't think I'd ever want to take that pawn. I just do want to get my queen out though. So maybe I should be getting my knights out very quickly. But so there's an idea of queen f6, knight d6 to knight e4, for example. Interesting, interesting. So he's allowing me to take this pawn, for example. Why would he do that? I'm not sure. Because then I can take the rook next. That's true, I haven't defended very well. So if I go g6, he just knocks it off. Okay. So that's the problem. I do need to create some kind of luft. If I go knight there, he takes the knight and opens up this file. Okay, so that's just no good at all. If I go knight here, it just takes it. Okay, so knight to d6 takes and just move the king across. Seems like a plan. It's just slightly precarious looking. Is that really the best I can do? So basically I shouldn't have allowed that. That's what the point is. Okay, fine. Now, So basically, what I'm worried about is queen d3 and just queen there, almost checkmate. I can grab a rook. As long as I'm not mated, I'm okay though. I'm grabbing quite a lot of material. So actually, sorry, what he really wants is queen here to here. No, but then the queen blocks this square. He wants to get to here. That's the square he wants to get to. It's not so easy though. Actually, I think this is an interesting move. Just try and get the rook across. But no, again, the queen is controlling this square, and the knight's controlling this square, so it's rather interesting. Rather interesting. So what this means is unlike in normal chess, you can't really protect your pieces. You have to protect the squares from which your pieces can be attacked. You can't protect your pieces. Like, this rook is not defending this knight. This knight is just protected by the fact the king is protecting the square from which it can be attacked. So you have to see the threats in advance and see the squares in advance from which you might be attacked and stop those attacks. Interesting, that's a very interesting move. So if I take it, he's got queen c2. Yeah, interesting. Ooh, so if I just go here, he can just take it. Take it. Interesting. He's also got threats of bishop coming in here. So pawn there to stop that. Takes, the pawn still stays there. So I've just had my pawn shot off the board. If I go pawn here, he can just shoot that pawn off the board again. This is very frustrating, having my pawns just shot off so carelessly. What can I do? He could come out here with his queen. I think the problem is here just takes. That's not a problem. I'd love to do this, but then he just takes. But it does open up my rook file. So do I do it or not? I'm going to do it. I think it's a good thing to do. Yeah, you have to be really like, how do I? Ultimately, his knight's coming out, so only like rook e5, he has knight f3, so that just doesn't quite cut it. Bishop here I control, bishop here not so much, but a little bit. I can always take this pawn, that's nice, that's interesting. And my pawn stays here, but that just opens up his file, so that's not so good. Queen here is interesting, but he just, yeah, he can't block, so that is a sort of check. Now, what does he do against queen there? Maybe dodges. So my idea is try and mate him down the f-file, but of course it's not mate, he's always got king e1. So just let's see. I can throw in a check. Is he threatening anything here? He's threatening takes and takes my knight. I think throwing in the check is a good thing to do. Okay, I'm gonna throw in a check. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm gonna just have to refresh this. So Oppa says move lol, one bug takes F2 the whole time. Yes. Takes F2. Not sure if it's a bug, but it's certainly an annoyance. So yeah, a slight bug, as it was sort of repeating many times. Oppa says actually on his end it played the move again and again, so it's just a tiny thing. Thought King E1 next, he says. It was an interesting game, want to shoot on the B file. Oh, just refresh. He seems like he's got the move repeating on his board. Ah, so that's interesting. He says on his board the move is being repeated repeatedly. Oh, look at this in the look at this in the move notation. Queen takes F2. Repeated quite a few times there. So I'm getting a message on vchess. It says maybe Queen F4 after King E1. You can click on Analyze below the board. I never saw this multiple move bug. That's weird. Yeah, it seems probably unique to this particular variant. I should look at the Twitch chat. So hi guys on Twitch as well. We can look at Analyze as long as... Oh, it's a repetition! What? Ah, that's annoying. Okay, it counted as a repetition. So we can't actually continue the game. That's a shame. Okay, so King F2. Nope. King here, King F2. Okay, there we go. Yes. So King E1, Queen F2, Queen F4. What's what we're saying? Queen F4 maybe. Yeah, Queen F4 I was thinking maybe. Yeah, and I don't know what happens next. So White's thinking of shooting down the B file, and I'm thinking of maybe taking off this knight, maybe coming with my queen to E3. Okay, so yeah, Oppa's idea here is to take here, take this pawn, and go bishop A6. But bishop A6 is covered by this, so by the knight. So maybe like this, this, check, and this. Oh, check. Okay, so this is what would happen next. Queen E2 is check, so he has to move, and he's threatening all the while. Bishop A6 checkmate. So I'd have to do this check. If he blocks, I just shoot it off, so he has to move. Check. I could now take off that dangerous bishop, though, and try and continue the game. Risky, but that's maybe what I could try and do. Queen takes bishop, or just settle for the draw. So I think a draw is a good result. Let's say this was the real result. It was a draw like this. Okay. Not like that last move, but yeah. So there is an idea of this, but that looks very risky. Maybe stuff like this, for example. Maybe it's still. The square is covered though, so maybe, yeah.